Good day. Welcome to my channel, Ken's Hobbies. My name is Ken Lind. Well, I think it's about time I get busy in getting part two of putting my car back together. So that's what we'll focus on editing today, getting part two done. This part will be pretty much the hoses and we'll see from there. Putting the thermostat housing back on here. I don't know how Ford expects you to get that bolt there out with the water pump right there. Definitely put on before the water pump. And I'm not about to tear the water pump off to put one lousy bolt in. Can't even turn it. My fingers look. What do I see laying here? Can't get it with fingers. Okay, now where did I put the thermostat housing? Right there. I don't know why I'm using a wrench here when I got faster tools to use. Or do I? Yeah. Well, yes I do, but I gotta go get it. I don't... Being lazy here. Every time I go get the air, I keep calling the air ratchet because for so many years I've been used to using air ratchet. Now that I got a battery operated one, I still tend to call it air ratchet. Well, it ain't air anymore, it's battery. Nope.
Is this what you guys have been doing for a while? I thought you were working on the boat and stuff.
I got both to work on, but this is more important than the boat.
What is that, your tri-cellular? Where all the fire goes? Out of your hot rod?
Half of it. It was enough to get the threads to bite in the wood.
Oh, it's got wood?
Yeah.
Where the hell did you get that
part? I
part?
made this when I flashed it. I just videoed it.
Not a bad job, Kenny.
So that I could hook that onto the bottom rad hose.
Oh, yeah.
And have my water flowing. Well, I glued this in here.
That's a really gummy job, but I like what you did with the wood here.
Same with this, with the top end. You made a block to block it, so come out that pipe. Which is the pipe that leads for your heater hose.
So you're going to put that in, and then you got to cut a hole in it?
Nope.
No?
Nope. These
are only, that gets blocked
These
off.
are only for flushing it.
Oh, for flushing it.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you need need the bolts back?
No, but I need the housing.
Alright.
Now I'm in the process of putting it together and making a video of it to get at the same time.
Are you doing it right now?
Yep. See the camera right there?
Oh, so I'm on camera.
Yeah, you're on there, so smile, you're on candid camera. Remember that show?
Yeah. That was one of my favorites.
It might do. Pulls some pretty good stunts.
Yeah.
Smile, you're on candid camera.
I just couldn't imagine somebody doing that to me. It would just josh me.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this. Well, I didn't think I was that long away from the camera, and it shut off on me, so I'm gonna repeat what I said. Anyway, those of you who own a Ford, I'm gonna give you a mechanic's trick here, what to do. Thermostats. In Fords, they go on their side, not on the top like most. So I'm trying to get a good close shot here. The secret to putting that thermostat on a Ford is take some kind of a gasket glue or silicone. In my case, I use silicone here. Make sure this thermostat here is down in its channel there, and that it's flush with the edge here. Then take your silicone, make sure to seal that in so it does not move when you go to put it on there, because 90% of the chances when you go to put this bottom bolt here on, this thermostat will drop here and you'll end up cracking the thermostat housing. So always make sure to do it, like I said, A, either with silicone, or B, with a good gluing type gasket glue. If you're using silicone, I tend to let that dry and cure a little bit before even thinking of putting it on, and that's what it's in the process of doing. So I'm gonna give it about another hour before I put it on. Well, let's get back at this. Peel any loose silicone off here from when I had the block on. My knife blade here, we'll just make sure I've got everything off here. I don't know how well you can see this, but okay, that's cleaned off. Now the silicone should be cured enough for the next stage. Basically 2 stages that you're really covering in here. Like I said before, I'm using silicone, but you can use you can use Permatex gasket maker, or B, there used to be a product called High-Tack, and if you had the gasket when you bought the thermostat, you generally get a gasket with it. So if you got the gasket that's where you want to use the high tack. And we used to have a nickname, how it got its, my partner and I, we used to have, say, the reason they called it high tack is when it was a spray can, you sprayed on the gasket. And of course, when you're holding the gasket with your fingers and you're spraying it, a lot got on your fingers, and you take your fingers and you go like this, high tack. But anything to hold that thermostat in the housing is the key to a Ford thermostat housing. So that is the reason for the using my silicone, because it works the best. Now I'm just going to make sure I haven't got too long of a screw here. So I did get my screws kind of mixed up here. So I'm going to, don't lose it. You see what I mean by, oh boy. Now where did it go to? Uh-oh. Oh boy. Ah, there you are in that heck of a slot. Need robotic fingers. Or what we used to say when I was apprenticing, Japanese fingers. Okay, so I'm just gonna set this bottom one in, make sure I haven't got a longer bolt. As you can see, you can't very well use a socket on this bottom one. Unless you want to spend 5 hours in taking the flat water pump off, this is the only way. This is where a camera person would be so nice to have, because you could be shutting the camera off while doing something like this and then turn it on for the next stage. Unfortunately, I don't have that, and I can't afford to be paying wages for a camera person. So I just gotta let it film and then cut it out. Back in the old days, we used to call that splicing and taping with the old movie films, the 8mm movie films. Well, the editing program I use is basically just like the old movie one, where you just cut and splice. The simple term now is called delete. Okay, it looks like I got the right bolt. Just go until it bottoms out, and that can verify then. Okay, we're coming to the bottom there. Okay, we have 1 wrench size space there. Now we'll look at the thickness of this there, and that appears to be the right bolt, because it's bigger than this bolt, or my wrench I should say. Okay, satisfied with that. That is the correct bolt for that one. Now we'll take it out. It would be nice if you could just spin it with the fingers. Took a little walk earlier on here. I had to get to the corner store called Cash Canada. I have a couple of tools in there that I had to hawk there, and it was due for payment and getting out yesterday, and I got a phone call. I almost forgot about them. Thank goodness they phoned me. Well, I couldn't afford to get them out, so I could extend the loan for another month, because I got the surprise. My pension check came in last night, and instead of 3, I only got 2, because the government needs to know how much my wife earned last year, and it's due every July, but I never received any forms. So that's the typical government for you. They don't tell you ahead of time. They just jump at and saying 24 hours prior, or not even 24 hours prior to getting the check, you get a letter saying your check will be reduced by this because of this. Yeah, and then they wonder why there's more and more homeless all the time. My income went down almost $100 difference from the guaranteed supplement income not being there. So the second reason now for the silicone, this is where the fun is, getting this boat started now with this bottom hole. Where was I? Oh, the second reason for allowing it to partially cure, because you're making up a gasket, and with it holding that thermostat in and giving there, it gives a slight layer build up like so. So when you squeeze it down, you got your gasket made. Okay. And don't let go of this until you get this first bolt snugged. If it wasn't for that in the road, it could go a little bit faster, but Ford's a better idea how to make it tougher. Okay, she's starting to suck it in, which is good. Okay, before we get too far, I want a little bit loose. And where did I put that second bolt? Oh boy. Uh-oh. We're missing a bolt already. Oh, great. Well, we just have to temporarily take a longer bolt, put a nut on it, and get it started. Thermostat television, this is where it's to your advantage if you wrench it rather than using a power there, because you can feel exactly what's happening with it, making sure that you don't. Okay, we'll spin the nut back a bit more. That should be good enough. Now we can take our box into the wrench. Well, it's better off, probably better if I use the open end. And now we use the nut as the bolt, and it's feeling good. Now, as you can see, the silicone squashing, making and forming the gasket at the same time, because there's enough liquid in between the partial cure to make your gasket. And we'll come back to our bottom one and we can tighten it. Okay, our thermostat is in. So now if I can find the original bolt, we can just replace that top one. Okay, so now I have to get, I was going to put new hoses on this. These hoses are still passable, and I don't have the money to get new ones when I price them out. So we're just going to reuse these. But I'm going to dig for new clamps. Let's get this hose off so I can hunt for clamps. Before I forget, the hose I use for blocking the bypass off. Shoot, I already forgot. That's what I mean by supporting the better ideas. Oh boy, now to get at it. Oh boy. Well, let's see if this will work. Get up this clamp. Should have looked at that before I bolted that thermostat hosing down. Forgot about this. So this is going to be fun now. Head of my bolt here is right there. And can I get it with a screwdriver? Lovely. Well, with a little persuasion and getting the right angle, I can get it to turn. But if I get enough that I can just turn the clamp, I'll be happy. If it wasn't for this stupid bracket in the road, you know, there's only 3 bolts and that bracket will come off. Anyways, it looks like I did get a little bit more success in it. Yeah, I'm getting my clamp turned. I need to turn it a bit more. There, can I get the nut driver on it now? But maybe I can get my 3/8 socket on, or 5/16 socket. Where did I put them now? Right there. Okay, 8mm. 8mm and 5/16 are the same size, so the 8th, of course, would have to be right there, which means I used it. So where did I put it? Right. Great horn toads. Oh, that's lovely. Even trying to keep the tools in one spot still gets misplaced. Well, I found my 8mm deep socket. I wonder if we can get in there with it. That's the next thing. There's no way. Absolutely no way. Back to the screwdriver fighting with it. We can get it turned just a bit more, and I can get it to the bottom. I might get success. It looks like I can get it now. Not with this. Too long. Oh boy. This is good reason right there. That's why you always put that clamp where it's easy to get off. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bracket off so I can work in there the easier. So I'm going to go get my there goes saying air ratchet again, but my battery ratchet and a 9/16 socket. Well, it wasn't such a good idea putting my blade there. Now to get it out. There we go. I don't have it in there right. There we are. Click. Okay, well I gotta go either find an 8mm socket or a 5/16 socket. One or the other. Well, here's another spot. We've got no choice but a wrench. Can't get a socket on this one because of the front pulley, so another wrench spot. We'll start with it. I can tighten that belt just a bit. It's a brand new belt on there, so it's had a few miles on. Well, at least this one you can spin it with the fingers. Okay. Now so got it. Oh, there goes my wrench. Well, that definitely gives room that you can get your hand in there now. And now to get this hose off over here. There we are. Okay, we need to turn that. Get some more. Can I use my channel locks to turn that last little bit of that clamp to make it easier? Yeah. Should be able to get at it now. Socket's too long. Deep socket won't work. Frustrating when you can't find your tools and you know you have them. I still can't understand how you can put something down and the next time you go to get it, it's no longer there. I'm looking all around, it dropped somewhere. So I know I have to use it over there to take that piece off. Well, let's just keep fighting and try to get that clamp turned more. Yeah, we're having success now. That's what we're after. Okay. That's what the spot you want to have it, where you see. I just got it with no problem with the nut driver. Now, get this hose off of here. And I just heard a clamp drop. Oh, the first hose to tackle is our little bypass hose. And find where that clamp went to. Way over there. Way under. Can I get out of this board? I got it. I'll leave that board there in case I drop another one. Let's get the first two clamps. Okay, so I'll leave my clamp out, decide where it's going to be best suited for putting it on. This is always the tricky one to get on. Yeah. Okay. That's on. Okay. Clamp. First clamp. Now the second clamp. Okay. Bypass hose on. Now part of the heater hose. And which way was this? That way there. Okay. This goes onto the pipe. Just rest it there till we find some clamps. Looks like I'm going to have to take a trip to get my son to give me a ride to get me some hose clamps. How many do I need here? 2 for that hose. Okay, this is this hose back here. Now where'd the clamps go for this hose? Well, one's right there. And the other one's right there. Well, we can go ahead and put this one on. So I can just remember which way it went on. I think it was this way. Yes, that's the way it was. Okay, reverse this clamp. So it's on this side. Yeah. This is interfering with getting our top one on. So we just have to do that differently. Or just sore on my finger. Sure hurts now when I go to use this screwdriver and I put any pressure on it. Okay. That still gives me access to change that if I find the original. Well, that looks like a false alarm. I don't see any smoke. I just heard a call one block over here for a fire alarm. I could get that bottom clamp on and can deal with the top one at a later date. But I have to hunt for a clamp or rob that one. And there's the other hose I was looking for. I remember that was the heater core side. Yeah, this one here, you have to feed it like a snake. Have to whatever that is, let's get it out of the road. It looks like this is the opening here. I said it before and I'll say it again. These engineers, they just design it. Oh, it looks good. Oh, we'll take it that way. You don't think about the repairs or anything like that. If it looks good, do it. Here's their view. Let's try it the other way. Yeah. That hose goes there. This hose then will have to go this here. And okay, that goes there. And that lines up to that one there, so obviously that is that one. Now, how did this one come? It's something like this. That's how it was right on the top of the channel of this. And we don't want to put that on until I've taken care of this valve cover issue. Okay, we're just going to let it sit there. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 clamps in total. So that being said, my back is beginning to tell me to shut it down for the evening. I'd like to continue because it's nice temperature out. and they're threatening for it to be raining again, so we'll see what happens. Well, as you heard me say, back is acting up there, so we'll continue it at this point, and the valve cover will be another video in itself. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Till the next one, adios.